everyone, this is Rob with ScrappyDew.com, and we just got done shooting one of these ScrappyDew live events. Now, one of the topics that came up in the event was what made you choose the cutter that you currently have. So if you're out there looking for a cutter and you're looking for some of the ideas that we wanted to share with you, then you should watch this video. And if you do like these types of videos, make sure that you come to the live event and get your questions answered. All right, so go ahead and watch the video. Thank you. So go ahead and check that out as well. All right. All right. So this one's for you, Michelle. We got a question for you. She says this comes from Vicky. She says, Michelle, which machine do you like cutting with more and why?
Well, that's a tough one. It's hard to say. It depends on what you're going to cut, what future projects you want to cut. A lot of people just want to use the Cameo because it does the job that they need. It could cut vinyl, it could cut multiple projects. For me to suggest one machine over another, it's hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, like
it's hard to. I mean, I have two. I have the Portrait. I use that a lot for testing things because it's small, it's compact. I could keep it right by my laptop. But upstairs, I also have a Black Cat Cougar, which is, it can do multiple projects. You can do etching. You can, with the different tools that you can purchase for it, there's a lot of
etching, engraving, embossing.
Engraving, embossing, everything.
Now I know our Ken over here. He's been wanting to purchase a new cutter. So what cutters do you currently have right now, Ken?
Currently, right now, I have the Cricut Explorer and the Silhouette Cameo. I've had in the past the Brother Scan and Cut, the Expressions 2 and the Cricut Imagine, but sold all of those, and I'm just down to the two. But I am patiently saving my pennies and dollars because I want to upgrade to the Silver Bullet cutting machine, which is my next big purchase.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, with any machine, it comes with a learning curve, So if you're, when we started off with a Cricut Explorer, and then once Make the Cut and the whole issue went down, we decided to move on from the Cricut, and we got something that was a little more compatible, just a step up. And I think the Silhouette Cameo is a it was a step up because it did have a print and cut feature. Have you had a chance to use the print and cut? Do you use the print and cut in your Silhouette Studio, Ken?
Yeah, I use it all the time. That's probably the main reason I tend to go to the Cameo or the Explorer currently is because of the print and cut feature. The Design Space and Cricut Explorer is coming out with that. In fact, they just did an update, and a lot of people saw that the mat has a registration mark now on it, so it is coming. They said December, which is still a little far ways away, but I used the Angel that you guys saw in my project. That was actual print and cut on a Square One media that I did on the Silhouette Cameo, the Silhouette. I built the doll in the design program and then print and cutted it on that material.
I see. Yeah. Now the thing that you want to also look at when you want to get a cutter, and Michelle can chime in too, is what is your purpose? What are you going to use it for? Are you wanting to do big vinyl cuts? Or are you wanting to do a lot of print and cuts? And the Cameo has, when you're looking at things that do print cuts, there's usually two types. You either have optical sensor, which is what a Cameo has. Okay, it looks for those registration marks, and it knows where to cut based on those registration marks. Now, how does the Explorer work? Same thing. It looks for the registration marks.
Correct. Yeah. From what I'm told, they installed a sensor in the cutting right next to the blade. So they're in the machines. They're just getting the program. So for those who saw the sneak peek, it looks like it has registration marks just like the Silhouette Cameo does.
Okay, yeah, and maybe Michelle can add a little bit to this if she's done any print cuts. But from what I noticed, in the Cameo, because it is an optic sensor, you need light, you need daylight. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you need to have a well-lit area in order for that sensor to pick up those registration marks. So don't think that you can wake up at 2 in the morning and not wake up your husband and start cutting, you know, and hoping that optical sensor sees that thing. You know, you may have to stand there with a flashlight. No, I'm just joking, but you probably want a well-lit room, right, Michelle?
Yeah, when I first started using the portrait, it read the marks very good. Now it can't read them at all. I've tried everything. I've tried lighting.
Hmm.
Um,
Have you tried dusting off the sensor? I don't know. Is it
I did
does it get
everything.
does it get
New
muddy?
mats, everything, and it will not read the registration marks. And I don't know why. There's a couple other people that are having problems with that same issue as well, and I've just given up. It does when it works. It cuts really well. It does print and cut really well. But at this
Yeah.
point, for about 2, 3, 4 months now, I haven't been able to get it to read the registration marks.
Yeah, I meant if you're trying to do a step up, and I think the Cameo is a good little step up. You know, if you're looking to get in that print cut feature. Like I said, light, light, light. So we said that
Hmm.
a cutter either needs to have an optical sensor in order to see those registration marks. Well, the other end of the spectrum is a laser. Okay, the laser, your machine, like for example, Silver Bullet has a laser, not a cutting one, not a laser cutter, but a little laser dot, and you calibrate that machine, and if you're using a program like Make the Cut in order to do those registration marks, you're lining up that little laser dot on that piece of paper with that registration mark, and that's how like Make the Cut or Sure Cuts a Lot will knock those print cuts out, is because you are physically lining up that laser dot with the registration mark on there. And I think from my experience a little is I sort of like the laser one to me, because you don't need daylight in order for it to work, and uh, it's you, the user, are telling the machine, hey, this is where that registration mark is. That's where the other registration mark is, and you're not relying on light or an optic sensor to see it or not.